Elaka, elaka, elaka. You just move like this. You go, come on. After all the things I've been through, I still dare to praise. Hey, them they look me like a fool, oh. I they dance and jump around, them things say that grace. Oh yeah, hey, them the one that say, after all the things I've been through, I still dare to praise. Hey, them they look me like a fool, oh. They dance and jump around and things say the grace. Hey, oh yeah, say, when we praise God, they happy, yo. So we don't give them the praise of God. We are one dance like a video. So that we put on your dancing shoes. Hey, for the good things where you did. Do for me, do for you. Do for me, do for you. Do for you. Hey, come follow me, praise my God. So you just move your body like this. Hey, halaka, 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 halaka. Hey, listen, my God is good enough, be lie. If you know my story, you go give up the glory. Some people think say I don't send spirit to understand. See, my God is good enough, be lie. If you know my story, you go give him the glory. Some people think say I don't send. Not the spirit to understand. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. Hey. Baba God now the boss. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, don't be me. One more time, I go tell them. See my life, oh, don't be me. Hey, Baba God now the boss. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, don't be me. When we praise the Lord, when we praise God, He dey happy, oh. So we go give Him the praise of God. We are one to dance like a video. Hey, so make you put on your dancing shoes. For the good things that you did, do for me, do for you, do for me, do for you, do for me, oh yeah, come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, now my victory song. Oh yeah, hey, come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, now my victory song. Hey, hallelujah, now my song, oh, say. Hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, every day, hallelujah, say hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, every day, say hallelujah, hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, now my song, hallelujah, every day, hallelujah. So you're going to turn to somebody and you say, yeah, yeah. Make sure the person replies you, yeah, yeah. Turn to another person and say, yeah, yeah. So you're going to say this. See my life, oh, no be me. Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Say, see my life, oh, no be me. Can you do that, church? One more time. Say, see my life, oh, no be me. Hey, Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. One more time, you're gonna do it one more time. Say, oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. Hey, Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. When we praise the Lord, when we praise God, He dey happy, oh. So we go give Him the praise of God. We are one to dance like a video. Hey, so make you put on your dancing shoes. Hey, for the good things Say hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Say hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah to the Lord. Hallelujah. Say hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Say hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Say hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Say hallelujah, hallelujah, say hallelujah, hallelujah. You never touch you. Hallelujah, you never house you. Hallelujah, and you never do it. Hallelujah, and you never do it. Hallelujah, say hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Say hallelujah, hallelujah, 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 say hallelujah. Aha. Aha. Helaka. 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 You just move like this. Aha. Aha. You go. Come on. After all the things I've been through, I still did the praise. Hey, them they look me like a fool, oh. I they dance and jump around, them things say like Chris. Oh yeah, hey, them the one that say, them the one that say. After all the things I've been through, I still did the praise. Hey, them they look me like, them they look me like a fool, oh. They dance and jump around and things say the grace. Hey, oh yeah, say, when we praise God, when we praise God, they happy yo. So we don't give them the praise I've got. So the people turn your dancing shoes. Hey, for the good things what you did, do for me, do for you. Do for me, do for you. Do for you. Hey, come follow me, praise my God. My God, hallelujah, now my victory. Hey, hallelujah, now my song. Oh, say, hallelujah, now my sound. Hallelujah, every day. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah, now my song. Hallelujah, now my sound. Hallelujah, every day. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Say hallelujah. So you just move your body like this. Hey, halaka, 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 halaka. Hey, listen, my God is good enough, be lie. If you know my story, you go give up the glory. Some people think say I understand. Spirit to understand. See, my God is good enough, be lie. If you know my story, you go give up the glory. Some people think say I understand. Now the spirit to understand. Oh yes, see my life, oh, love me. Hey. God, now the boss. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, love me. Oh, one more time, I go tell them. See my life, oh, love me. Hey, Baba God, now the boss. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, love me. When we praise the Lord, when we praise God, He is happy, oh. So we go give Him the praise of God. We are want to dance like a video. Hey, so make people turn your dancing shoes. For the good things that you did, do for me, do for you, do for me, do for you, do for me, oh yeah, come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, now my victory song. Oh yeah, hey, come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, now my victory song. Hey, hallelujah, now my song, oh say. Hallelujah, now my song. So you're going to turn to somebody and you'll say, yeah, yeah. Make sure the person replies you, yeah, yeah. Turn to another person and say, yeah, yeah. So you're going to say this. See my life, oh, no be me. Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Say, see my life, oh, no be me. Can you do that, church? One more time. Say, see my life, oh, no be me. Hey, Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. One more time, you're gonna do it one more time. Say, oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. Hey, Baba God, now the boss, no be me. Oh yeah, see my life, oh, no be me. When we praise the Lord, when we praise the God, they happy, oh. Some people give on the praise of God. I want to dance like a video. Hey, some people put on your dancing shoes. Because of this, to repay you. Hey, for all the good things that you did do. Do for me, do for you. Do for me, do for you. Do for me, do for you. Come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, hallelujah, never victory. Hallelujah, never victory song. Hallelujah. Hey, come follow me, praise my God. Hallelujah, 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 to the Lord, hallelujah, say hallelujah, 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 say hallelujah, 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 say hallelujah, hallelujah, say hallelujah, hallelujah, beautiful touch, hallelujah, beautiful house, hallelujah, and you will hallelujah, and you will hallelujah, 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 Good morning, good afternoon, God bless you. Welcome to daily prayer for our children. In fact, I need to find something else to start saying because one young lady challenged me earlier on today. She said, Auntie Funke, is this your broadcast? So, Sister Judith, God bless you. All the people that send me message. Auntie Cecilia, sorry we're coming late. I had a lot on my plate. And I'm one person, when I start something, I have a tendency to want to finish it before I leave. So I had a few things on my plate today that I needed to be finished off. If you're a first timer in our midst, sorry we're coming on late. Thank you for clicking or joining or sharing or subscribing or giving us the heart, whatever it is that you're doing. Thank you. And for all the mums and dads that having to come on late because I'm late, I'm also sorry as well. But hopefully we'll have fun and it will be worth our while in the mighty name of Jesus. Today, again, because it's a Friday, and one of the things I've observed about Friday, like I've said before, is that at weekends, especially Friday and Saturday, I see that the number of people that turn up tend to fluctuate a lot. Sometimes I'm only getting like about 1 or 2 people. And I also believe that's probably because a lot of churches are doing night vigils and programs and all that kind of thing. So because of that, I'm quite okay with it. So I like to, if possible, do a chilling period, even though Faithful say I do a terrible session, just where we can just chill and discuss. So earlier on today, no, it wasn't today. About 2 days ago, I received a link from one of the young ladies that does voice note program, and I've been meaning to check the video, but I never got around to it. So eventually today I got around to the video, and it's sad and it's quite shocking.
I'm really, you can see I'm struggling to find the words to describe what is in the video. And so I'm going to share the video with you. It's only like about 2.5 minutes long, which is good, but you will get the whole gist of the whole thing. And as always, I'm sure many of you, you know me by now. I once I get things, I get searching, I do my research, gather as much information as I can. And so that's really why I've been preoccupied today. And that's what I've been trying to do so that by the time you and I are having this conversation, I have some statistics, I have some more information, more than the video that you're about to see. For other people on Instagram, you can just hear the video. You won't be able to see the video, but maybe one day we'll get there. So for everybody that is logging on this evening, the first thing we're going to do, obviously, is watch this video. And as we watch this video, please don't disappear, because then we're going to have a discussion about the video when we are done. So I'm going to cross over to my boss. On Periscope as well, you will be able to see the video, so do not worry. If you're on Periscope, you're catered for as well. So please, let's have a look at the video together, and once we're done, then on the other side of the video we can have the discussion. So see you after the video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog. I got flowers today. No, it's not my birthday or anything special like that. We had an argument last night, and he said a lot of cruel things that really hurt my feelings, but I guess he's sorry because he got me these flowers today. I got flowers today. No, it's not our anniversary or any other special day. Last night he threw me into a wall. And choked me. And then beat me till I passed out. I woke up bloody and bruised all over. It was actually a nightmare. I guess he is sorry though, because I got these flowers today. I got flowers today. No, it's not Mother's Day or any other special day. Last night he beat me again and again and again. It was worse, much worse than any other day before. He wanted to sleep with me, and I'm on my period, so I wasn't up for it. A couple of kicks, punches to the face, and he had his way. I got flowers today, and today is actually a very special day. It's the day of my funeral. Last night he beat me to death. If only I had the courage and the strength to leave him, maybe I wouldn't have gotten flowers today.
That's fine. Okay, hallelujah. Everybody, welcome back. I hope you were, it is short, but I'm sure it's very straight to the point. Before I say anything, please let me have your feedback. So we've all seen the video. Sister Fumi, Senator, Sister Mabinti, Sister Judith, Commander, Auntie Cecilia, you've all seen the video. Please come back to me on some feedback, and then we'll take it from there. So who wants to start the conversation? Let's have this conversation. What do we see? Okay, Sister Tokwe, God bless you. Senior Pastor Wumi, God bless you. Sister Tito, I don't know whether you're still there. God bless you. We are having a discussion. Unfortunately, for all the people on Instagram, you can't see the video. We've already played the video, but if you do want to catch up with the video, if you are one of our subscribers on YouTube, you can go back and see the video. I think that's the only place, or on Periscope, which is through Twitter. So if you're following us there as well, you can give us some, you can see the video from there. But we literally just finished watching the video before some of you are coming on. And we're about to have the discussion regarding the video. But I'm asking the parents that have seen the video to give me their feedback on the video so that they have just seen. So I'm waiting for somebody to start the conversation, so to say. So who's going to start us off on this conversation on what? No sound. Okay. Sister Judith says no sound. I don't know from where. It's not from me. So please, can somebody let Sister Judith know that no sound is probably at her end? Okay. So Sister Judith says she was abused badly. Okay. People should also get out of any abusive relationship. Okay. We see domestic violence and not speaking out. Okay. Don't put up with it. Report to the police and trusted friend. Okay. So, okay. So, Ma, yes, Ma, I saw it earlier this week. Okay. So, Senator, you are on board. Because I was given this about 3 days ago and I didn't actually see it until today. But I do understand to the information I was given today that that video has been trending on Instagram. It's gone viral on Instagram for a while. It was only posted out last week on YouTube. I saw it earlier this week. It's the reality that gets swept under the carpet, especially in the Church of God. I recently heard a lady who shared a story. Her parents told her to go back. Okay. So this is the reason. I don't know about you, but it was a young person that also sent me this video. And I have to be honest with you. And if you look at the video, my husband called my attention to it. Okay. So where did your husband see it, Commander? So again, so for Commander's husband to have seen it as well, so obviously it's going viral. And it's good. For me, I'm glad that it's going viral. But going viral is not the only thing that we need here. There's a lesson for me in life. Everything kind of have a lesson to it. And I'm one person, like I've said to you, I'm sure it was sent to him. Okay, thank you, Ma. I've said to you before, the mistakes I made or the lessons I learned in first child, I don't make the same mistake in the next child. An experience I have today, I'm not going to make the mistake tomorrow. That's me personally, because I believe in life generally, every time we're learning a lesson and there's a purpose for it. So let's come back. We all agree that that video was abusive. We all agree that it should be reported. We should speak out. I like the fact that somebody said there, I think it's Sister Fumi, not speaking out. And that is the key word in that video. And that's what we're going to be talking about. That's what we're going to be looking at. And the other thing I also want you to know, I don't know whether you saw the statistics at the end of the video or the information that was given by World Health Organization. And that's the fact that this thing, you're welcome, that this thing, what you've just witnessed in that video is nothing new. Now, to me, and probably to my auntie, who is normally shocked about this kind of things when I tell her, it's probably a new thing. I don't know how many of you are watching it that consider it a new thing. I saw the video, I cried because I was going through when I was 22 years old. Okay. So I saw the video, I cried because I was going through when I was 22 years old. So from what Sister Mabinti is saying there, she also have experienced such thing at that age as well. Did you hear? At the age of 22. And that's the reason it concerns me, it bothers me, and I have to bring it to your attention. Because the first thing you need to notice in that video is that there were young couples. Now, there could have been young couples married or young couples not married. So even the information I'm about to share with you as well has to do with young couples in relationship. So the first thing we can establish, obviously, is a relationship. And I'm sure even what Sister Mabinti is saying was also a relationship. So the relationship might be on a marital status or a common law relationship where they're just cohabiting. It could be that. But either way, there's some common denominators, and that's the fact that one, they are young people. Two, we know there's domestic violence. And three, we know they're keeping quiet. And four, it has become a commonplace among young people today. When I had this conversation earlier with a young lady, I was actually telling her that I was shocked because I know such thing can happen and do happen, but I didn't know that they were a common occurrence. I didn't know it has become a common trend in young relationships. Now, Sister Mabinti said she was 22. The information I'm about to share with you now are actually people that are younger than 22. And I don't understand. I mean, I said to the young lady earlier on today, I said, in my generation, we knew and we heard of abuse, but it was not a commonplace unless I was deluded. I said it wasn't a commonplace. We knew there were abusive relationships. We knew that there were volatile relationships, but it wasn't a common thing to be insulted, abused, dragged, all those kind of things. It wasn't in our time, unless I'm smoking something. So please, somebody correct me, unless I'm living in a cocoon or I was living in La La Land. I didn't say it didn't take place, but I'm saying it's not as common as it is now. And the reason I'm bringing it to your attention is because it is now a common thing. Now, when violence and terrible thing, it was Soma. It was really Senior Pastor Wumi. Then I must have been living in a cocoon. Wow. So I have reason to say, Father, thank you. So I thought it happened, but it wasn't common. But okay, you are correcting me, and I'm taking that correction on board. A close family of mine went through domestic violence during her marriage in early 30s. Then the family. What you're saying is not new. You're about to see now. You're going to see that it's almost as if what happened to that woman is a common thing, and we're about to see that. So one of the things that I have come across is seeing that this trend is prevalent among people or young people in relationships. You can start defining that relationship, married or not married, is up to you, but we're talking about intimate relationship. Now, and if this is happening, you have a daughter like me, you have a son like me. And so because of that, we're going to need to know what is going on, and we're going to need to do something about it. Because if this is happening, so much so, in fact, there's some horrendous statistics that I saw in America. I thought the statistics that I saw in United Kingdom were bad. But when I saw the one in America myself, okay, I see. Okay, could you guys just let me know if you can? It says video not available, but I see all your comments, so I don't know whether you guys are there or we're totally out of broadcasting, because it's still kind of giving me signs that we're live. Sorry, on Instagram, my boss is trying to sort it out for everybody else so that we are all on the same page. This is one of those things in life. I know a lot of people of my age, even friends when I was younger, and I vowed that no man will ever pinch me ever in my life. Everyone around me called me feminist. I think it's amazing, isn't it? Senior pastor woman, when you refuse to take rubbish, is interesting because what you've just said, your personal experience, um if you're still on Facebook, I posted something out today, not too long ago. You probably will see that. Let me, if I can find it, let me just read you some of what it actually says. Senior pastor woman, is interesting because I don't put up with that rubbish. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm about to say, that when you don't put up with rubbish, when you refuse to be abused, and when you actually have self-worth and self-dignity and self-respect, and you will not allow anybody to treat you like rubbish, it's amazing how people, even other women or other friends or other Christians, you'll be amazed how they will be quick to label you as well, to tell you that you're a feminist, that you are too radical, you are too harsh, you are too spiritual. They find all sorts of names to call you. Let me read to you what the poster that I put out today. And poster is actually a series. So hopefully every day for the next couple of days, I'm going to post out the following. So the one that I posted out today, Senior Pastor Wumi, actually says, I am a woman, so what? And then he goes on, he slaps me, I feel the pain, yet they tell me I provoked him. I should have been quiet. I should have been patient. I should apologize to him. This is the rubbish that they call feminists. So when you refuse to suffer pain, when you refuse to be slapped, when you refuse to be punched, when you refuse to be treated like garbage, they now start saying you are not submitting, you're not respectful, you have no home training, you have no discipline, you they call you all sorts of names, feminists, name it, radical, spiritual, they call you. And I don't know how we get to this stage where somebody treating me like garbage is okay as long as I don't talk. And the audacity, I shouldn't even apologize because I wasn't patient enough. This is the rubbish that I believe is fueling the boys and the men that are perpetrating this domestic violence at this magnitude of what we are seeing now. Because when other women say to us that we're not patient enough, we are too strict, we are too then what they're basically telling us is to tolerate that rubbish, all in the name of saying I am married or I have a husband. And as a result, many has ended up in the grave, as the video that we saw. At the end of the day, the girl said today is a special day because today is her funeral, because she took all that rubbish. And that's where you and I really come in, honestly, that we need to stop projecting this image to another woman, that it's okay to be slapped, it's okay to be punched, it's okay to be abused. It's something that we need to accept. It's part of being a wife. No, it isn't. My cousin once said, if a woman deserved to be beaten, you beat her. I wouldn't blame him, because his dad did the same thing to his mom. So you see what I'm saying? Thank you, ma. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because most of the time, many of them are also, they've witnessed this. And women have accepted it as well, quietly, for so many years, not speaking out. And I think in the days of our parents and our grandparents, I think they suffered in silence, because especially as a Yoruba woman, and if you're not a Yoruba woman, you're hearing me, please let me know if there's any difference, is that they made us to understand, our parents, our grandparents as well, they took it because for the sake of their children, so that their children would not suffer. And they also took the rubbish so that there wouldn't be a stigma, because as a Yoruba person, is the stigma with it when you've been married and you go back to your father's house. So that stigma is there as well. And people, our grandparents and our parents took that rubbish because of that stigma. But today, the young people are not taking the stigma because of their children. Because in this instance that I'm about to share with you, thank you, Sister Tokwe, they're not, some of them are not even married, but yet they still take that rubbish. So it's nothing to do with being married or not, or the stigma of going back home. The silence today is because of an image or a persona that we project to the people around us. Because it's such a big deal to be in a relationship. It's such a big deal to have a boyfriend. It's such a big deal that my relationship is doing so well. And I need to let everybody know that my relationship is doing well. Even though you are dying inside that relationship. Are we back up? Okay. Okay, so even though we are dying inside that relationship, is that including Facebook? Because we can just switch.
The signal is the internet. It's not
I know.
Facebook or...
Maybe it will carry it. That's why I'm just asking.
No, the signal is just off.
Okay. So I guess this is one of the reasons I'm always telling people that sign in to all the social media, because you never know which one is going to work. So it seems like everybody on Instagram today are the one that are benefiting, and nobody else is benefiting at all. So like I was saying, so today the stigma is not to do with going back home, had to move over. Okay, thank you. I wish everybody else also did like you, Senator, so that they too can move over. So, wow, that is really bad. So, okay. So, but that's interesting, because I must be broadcasting with the same internet though. I'm broadcasting on Instagram with the same internet. That's really interesting. Okay. Okay. So, as we were saying, so today the stigma is the persona that we're giving everybody, the image that we're giving everybody, that we're in this healthy, wonderful relationship. And I, as a mother, and you as parent as well, we need to start reassuring our children that being in a violent relationship is not the norm. Somebody slapping you is not acceptable. Somebody hitting you is not acceptable. Somebody spitting on you is not acceptable. Somebody controlling you is not acceptable. And how these things actually come about, I really don't know. But it's something that we need to start educating our children about. We have to educate our daughters that these things are not acceptable. And we need to start teaching our sons that you don't treat a woman this way. You don't slap a woman. You don't spit on a woman. You don't kick a woman. You don't step on a woman. When a woman says no, no means no. Again, I don't know how we degenerated to this level, but it's horrifying for me to find out that this is now a norm. Unfortunately, everything I want to use, I plan to use, is not working at the moment. But some of the information that I gathered that I wanted to share with you, they're horrifying, because it's kind of talking about uh, uh, about children that are 16 and 17 experiencing this violence, and yet they stay inside. It's horrifying. 16-year-old